Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Wednesday, June 15th. And you can see low clouds. We have showers and thunderstorms moving into the area this morning. I think most areas will pick up at least some rain this morning, even though these storms should begin to weaken as they move to the east at this time of the morning. And then we're going to get another cluster of storms develop late this afternoon, but especially for this evening and tonight. And some of the rainfall could be locally heavy, especially across central Michigan. I think the best chance of severe weather is going to come across far southern lower Michigan, and we'll look at that in just a moment. You can see over in Middleton some of the wet pavement, a little bit of sprinkles out there this morning. Again, showers will be on the increase this morning from west to east. If we look at our normal highs of 78 for the day, our normal low is 54. And you can see yesterday we had a high of 75, a low of 57 with no precipitation, and about 2/10 of evapotranspiration took place. Across the MAC area this morning, you can see temperatures mainly in the low to mid 60s. Cooler off in the northeastern part of the state where temperatures are in the 50s. You can see Newaygo already picked up 41/100ths of an inch. That was as of about 6:30 or 6 o'clock this morning, rather. And if we look at the next slide, you can see conditions across the Great Lakes in the 60s, 50s to the northwest. You can see our southeast winds. That means that air is moving towards low pressure. And you can see that on the surface wind field map. You can see low pressure out in Minnesota, and that draws that air in from the east. That's going to help build, I think, a pretty good chance of thunderstorms as that front clashes into that air and we get lift. And you can see on the lightning detection system here, the MAC lightning detection system, about 26 flashes per minute as those showers and thunderstorms over about 45 minutes ago were moving into the area. And if we look at the radar, you can see area showers and thunderstorms moving off to the east and to the northeast, and again those will lift into the area. This time of the morning we usually see these begin to weaken, so hopefully they'll make it across the state to give most areas at least a couple of tenths of an inch of precipitation. Again, you can see 4/10 has already fallen at Newaygo. If we look at the soil conditions, again temperatures plenty mild enough, but look at the 200 readings at Marlette and at Breckenridge, and also up near 100 at Breckenridge at the 8-inch level, indicating that we're very likely being very dry at the 4-inch level. So very dry conditions. We desperately need the rain across much of mid-Michigan, especially in the areas from the Tri-Cities down towards Mount Pleasant, Alma, or towards Lansing, Charlotte, and back towards South Bend, where it's been very dry. And if you look at this next map, you can see basically one in the area from the Tri-Cities back down towards South Bend, about 1 to 3 inches below normal. Over the last 30 days, so showing many of these areas picking up only around a half inch or less of rain, and I think we'll pick up some very much needed rain here over the next 36 hours. You can see the area here I had circled. A little more fortunate there. They had that inch to 2-inch rains here about a week to 10 days ago. If we look at the next screen, you can see the low pressure system on this morning's forecast map near Minnesota, and you've seen that on that wind circulation at the low levels. Again, has a warm front to the southwest. It doesn't look like that front's really going to make it very far north into the state. So the heaviest rains will be in this area I've got shaded in red here, or circled in red, where amounts could be over an inch of rain, very likely in that area. And again, that's from around the Traverse City, the Ludington area, southeast through the Tri-Cities, Alma, Mount Pleasant, and down towards Ann Arbor, Detroit area. To the south of that, it'll be a little bit more hit and miss. I think most areas will pick up about a quarter to as much as 2/3 of an inch of rain on a scattered basis, but that's the area also where we have the best chance of severe weather as you get down towards Niles and Three Rivers, and then north towards Blissfield and Jasper. Again, you could be under the gun for some severe storms today. By tomorrow, that low pressure system will move southeast across the southwest part of the state, with the warm front steading off to the east and the southeast. We'll have chance of morning showers and thunderstorms. I think conditions will improve during the afternoon. And it looks like for the weekend, we have lots of sunshine, highs in the 80s. So it's going to be quite warm, probably low to mid 80s on Friday, and then probably mid 80s, maybe even some upper 80s for Saturday and Sunday across the state. If we look at the forecast map, by Friday, high pressure off to our north. The cold front will move through the area again. There won't be any cold air behind us, and then when this low pressure or the high pressure system off to our north sinks to the southeast, we'll get a return flow, and that's going to really warm us up by the time we get into Saturday and Sunday with lots of warm summer-like conditions. As far as precipitation on the GFS, they show again that area mainly from northwest lower Michigan to southeast lower Michigan. Again, it'll be on a hit and miss basis where these thunderstorms are. Again, I think most areas will have a shot at 3/4 of an inch of rain, but some areas could pick up quite a bit more, as well does the WPC also think so. They put the bullseye of precipitation around the Big Rapids down towards Mount Pleasant, Alma area, where up to 1.5 inches could fall, with many areas in here picking up 3/4 of an inch or more of rain here over the next 72 hours. This is a 7-day forecast, which does include some rain perhaps as we get in towards Monday or so. That's a little more iffy right now, but most of the precipitation is going to fall here over the next 36 hours. If we look at the severe weather outlook today, you can see the slight risk has been shifted to the south and east and across Wisconsin. Just a marginal risk for much of the MAC area, with the exception of Blissfield and Jasper, where again they're just barely into the slight risk. Looks like the biggest opportunity would be some wind damage, but mainly for hail. If we look at the 6 to 10 day outlook, looks like a little weakness in this heat is indicated. Again, I think it's going to overall be a pretty warm pattern, but this is also going to lead to the opportunities for more moisture chances across the Great Lakes. So that's actually not too bad of news. I think overall over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be above normal, and we got some pretty hot weather coming for this weekend, at least into the early to mid part of next week, before perhaps we get some relief with some showers and thunderstorms and a little bit cooler air before the heat tries to return after that. Thanks for stopping by and have a great day, and 73s to all.